Hello, everybody. This is Bill with NotaryCoach.com. I made a significant error today on the document, and I wanted to share that experience with you in hopes that it might save you from making the same error. The document you see in front of you is called the Direct Endorsement Approval for a HUD or FHA insured mortgage, as you can see right up here. This is part of a 4-page or sometimes a 5-page document that goes along with pretty much every FHA loan you might find, and then also a VA type loan. It's essentially an addendum to the residential loan application, and it will be somewhere near that 1003 or residential uniform residential loan application typically. Not always, but it typically is. So typically on this, the borrower does not do anything on page 1. On page 2, they'll sign and date it in 2 different places. On page 3, there's usually nothing for the borrower to do. And then on page 4, there's a place for each borrower to sign and date. On this one though, page 1 and on page 4, I just want to point out this little tricky initial area right here. Typically the lender is the only one that does anything on this page. There's usually nothing on there, but on this one, this lender snuck in a little initial place right down here for each borrower. Now this got missed not only by me, and I should have caught that, but I did not, but it also got through 2 levels of quality assurance checks before it made its way to the lender. And then the lender saw it, and because this is part of the loan application, it was a critical document, and they would not fund the loan until this was initialed original in wet ink from the borrower. So that happened at 4 o'clock, and the borrower is expecting their keys at 5 o'clock. So they had already left. It was about an hour and a half away from the title office. They were doing their final walkthrough, expecting to get their keys. So I had to try to find another notary to cover the signing that I was going to take at 4 o'clock, which worked out perfectly. I had a notary there anyway. And then I was getting in the car to head out to meet this borrower so we could get this taken care of. And the lender finally agreed to take a fax copy of this. So it worked out, so I didn't have to go out there. But that could have been catastrophic for a homeowner who is expecting to get their keys, and because of this one little mistake, they would not have gotten them. So it ended up working out okay, so it worked out, but you want to keep your eye out for these, because every now and then you find a lender that even on a traditional document that we see a lot of, but 9 out of 10 lenders have no action required here. There's no initials required on most documents like this. The borrower just has very specific places to sign and date. Now, on this particular lender, they added in this little initial area just because they probably have somebody on their legal team that finds that important. So that's what they did. So it's still our responsibility as signing agents to double check and make sure that we're not missing out on those types of things. So that happened today. I wanted to share it with you in hopes, again, that it does not happen to you. So keep your eye out for that. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great night.